Hey, I'm Sabrina from GBO, your women's gear review channel, where we give honest reviews on travel gear for women by women. But of course, everyone is welcome. Today we are reviewing the 8000 Kicks Everyday Backpack. So let's get into the summary. So first up is price. So this bag comes in at about $139. Moving on to the material. This backpack has basically claimed the place of making the first waterproof hemp fabric for backpacks. So you might be a bit apprehensive to think, oh, okay, this bag's just made out of a plant. But fun fact for you is that hemp is 60 times more durable than cotton and also uses 40% less water and pesticides. So super strong and also saves the planet. Thumbs up. Although it is water resistant, it's also PCF free, which is also another bonus for the planet. Okay, so dimensions of this bag. So when this bag is unexpanded, let's get our tape measure out so I can show you. The height of it is 18.8 inches to 19.6 inches. And then the width of it is 11 inches and the depth of it, excuse my tape measure, is 5.5 inches. So it's important to note that the height of this bag goes up to 22.8 inches to 23.5 inches. So here's a little judgment for you, basically, with me as that. So while we're talking about measurements, it's also handy to know that when this bag is unexpanded, it fits in UK and US airline, like the measurement regulations under seat. So you don't have to pay for the overhead luggage, even though half the time they put stuff in the overhead luggage anyway. Hey ho, what can you do?
Hey guys, I'm Bradley and this is Kazi. We are from Dream Big Travel Far.
And we are running weekly gear giveaways in collaboration with Gear by Orla.
And if you want to be in with a chance to win, then hit that subscribe button and go to the first link in the description to join the newsletter.
Be sure to check your inbox every week to see if you are that week's lucky winner. We'll see you there.
So moving on to colours of this bag. So as you can see, we have one colour here, which is navy blue. It's quite nice, like it's very neutral. However, you do also have the option of black, beige and pink, and beige and green. So those do sound sort of like bold colours, but just to reassure you, if you have a little look on their website, they're actually not too bold. It fits quite nicely with the beige. Okay, so moving on to the shape and style of the bag. So I feel like roll tops have gotten super popular very quickly. So I think this style of bag would definitely appease a lot of people. I think with the black and the navy, it's quite a good, or even like the beige and the pink and the beige and the green, like they're not too in your face, and they're sort of like, they're kind of smart but casual, so it kind of doubles up as like a casual and smart bag, so you can use it for work if you want, which I think is great. So, warranty time. Does 8000 Kicks have warranty? So it starts off by saying that you get 60 days free returns with this bag. And that's basically like up to the 60 days. So as long as you contact them within those 60 days, you're totally fine. I know some companies like to do it where they're sort of like, oh, it needs to be returned by 60 days, but that's always in the super fine print and it's the slowest shipping ever. But yeah, you're all good with this bag. They also do give a 1-year guarantee on all of their backpacks. So this is just in terms of how your pack is built. So if something does go wrong in it, say for example, a strap breaks, or perhaps like the lining's like wearing super quick, you can basically like get your money back for that. I would double check the fine print though, and do not quote me, but it is on the website, but I just have a wee read. There are a few additional extras that you should know about. So if you want to, you can check out their website and they do have a travel tech accessory bag, which can also double up as like a toiletry bag as well. They also have a laptop sleeve and these are all made out of hemp and waterproof. So let's take a look at the features of this bag. First up, we have the water bottle compartments. So as you can see, they have super soft mesh pockets on either side for water bottles, and it is reinforced at the bottom with hemp material and interior lining. It also has a loop on each side for attaching extra things to your pack. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any compression straps on the side. So if you do have a bigger water bottle like me, it probably is going to fly out of there, unfortunately. However, with a smaller water bottle, it does feel quite safe and secure. Just with a heavier one, when I was wearing it, I could kind of feel it like wanting to escape. So above one of the water bottle compartments, we then have a USB charging port, and this is to use for a battery pack. I actually haven't quite figured out how to use this yet. I assume you kind of need a connector for it. So like a little USB port that would fit in there and attaches to your battery bank. But as you can see inside, there is a zip where you can fit your battery bank in. So it's hidden in the lining and tucked away. We then have a compression strap on the top to secure down the roll feature. Unfortunately, although it is a compression strap, it doesn't actually stay in place. So if you are trying to make your pack as compact as possible, this is probably just going to bounce straight back, which is a bit annoying and a bit of a shame, to be honest. But again, it's nothing like too major. Okay, so let's move on to the front of the bag. So as you can see, it is sort of super simple, quite like a nice design. It's not too chaotic. It has a nice little rubber 8000 Kicks logo, and everything is sort of color coordinated. There's no color clashes here, which I like. We then have a pocket on the front of the bag, so a quick access pocket. Just to give you an idea, this is roughly A5 size. You won't be able to fit an A5 notebook in there, however, it is the same size as it. It has quite nice lining inside, the same with the whole of the bag, although it doesn't have any fleece lining in it. So if you want to put glasses or anything in there, you probably have to stick them in a case. However, as you can see, we managed to fit my phone and a little camera in there as well, and there was still a bit more space to add stuff. Next up, we've got the main compartment where all the fun happens. So as you can see on the opening of the main compartment, they have reverse coil water resistant zips that go right up to the edges when you open up the bag, which I like, just as I've tried to make it as water resistant as possible. So this is the inside of the bag. At the bottom, it's quite hard to see, but there is no false bottom, unfortunately. They do have quite a bit of padding on it though. On the outer interior side, we have a slightly smaller than A5 zipper pocket. On top of that zipper pocket, we have two pen holders centered in the middle with two pockets either side that can fit in an external hard drive. There is quite a lot of space in the main compartment, and you could fit a lot of clothes in it if going away for a weekend. So the other side has a laptop compartment with a false bottom and good padding. It feels like a pillow, to be honest. It's super soft and comfortable. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be getting in that laptop compartment, so that doesn't really matter. We then have a smaller padded pocket on the front of that can fit in an iPad, for example. So this laptop compartment can fit a laptop of up to 15 inches in it. So next up, we have the bottom of the bag. The bottom of the bag does have padding compared to the rest of outer material to add a bit more resistance, but it'd be interesting to see what the fabric is like perhaps like after a year. Just to see how it holds up with quite a lot of enhanced wear. Going around to the back, there is a feature here that I really like, and I found this super handy when going about my day-to-day life, and also if you want to go traveling, it's quite reassuring to know that you have this feature. And it is an anti-theft pocket that is hidden in the mesh lining of the bag. It's super discreet and is really easy to access. So let's have a look at the other things on the back here. So they have included a top grab handle, however, it's quite a simple one, nothing fancy really, no mesh lining or anything. It's just to sort of like pick it up if you're putting it in a car or something, or perhaps grabbing it to put it on your shoulders. So they haven't gone for a super fancy one here. So in terms of the foam, what they've done is for back support, they've added elevated mesh panels. So there's one on the left and the right side for your shoulders, and then one at the bottom as well, just to make sure that it is comfortable for you. Personally, I think this is quite a good idea, and it means that you do get a bit of extra airflow going through your back, so you're not going to get a super sweaty back. So the backpack straps also have the same mesh padding here as well. It does feel like spongy as well. It seems like there's an adequate amount of it, although it is sort of quite thin. In terms of like backpack straps, I'd say that this is pretty normal. It doesn't feel like there's anything extra special about them. One thing I would say is that if you are packing this bag to the max and have quite a few like heavy things in it, these straps do become a little bit uncomfortable. However, they do combat that a little bit by using a sternum strap. As you can see, the sternum strap also has elastic on the back of it. So I think this is just to aid with like moving about, or if you're walking quite a lot and stuff, you've got a bit of flexibility there. And these buckles as well are Duraflex, which are usually quite sturdy, although they're plastic. Okay, so moving on to the fit check and comfortability. So this is what the backpack looks like on me. And for reference, I am 5 foot and 6 inches. So going on to comfortability and fit check, what we are looking for here is if it has passed the female body test or not. Overall, I felt the comfort of the bag was pretty good. So I'd say that the elevated mesh padding on your back for support was a win for me personally. I didn't feel like it was getting too sweaty with a coat or not. Moving on to the straps, I think when I was wearing this as a normal everyday bag, it was comfortable, and also they didn't fit awkwardly. They sort of like fit straight under my arms, all good, nice and comfy. In terms of the sternum strap, I would say that they have definitely considered both genders wearing this. Just with the placement, it was quite high up. It didn't feel uncomfortable or like awkward to wear or unflattering. It was just the right position. The only thing that I would say is just in terms of comfortability, I think that the straps could do with a little bit of adjustment when you are carrying heavier things in your pack, especially if you have got this pack maxed out. But overall, I'm giving this bag a happy pass on the female body test. Okay, so it's my favorite time to do a waterproof test. As you can see, it's a win, and the zips are also waterproof, which is great. The water simply rolls off the bag. Okay, so let's do a quick roundup of pros and cons of this bag. So the first thing I loved about this bag was the storage space. The fact that they've also got organization as well, and like an adequate amount of organization, but it means that that organization doesn't intrude on the main compartment and how much you can fit on it. That's something that I really like, as I do find a lot of bags end up compensating with space in the main compartment because they've included quite a lot of like organization. The next thing that I really liked about this bag was the fact that it is water resistant but also eco-friendly. So at first I was a little bit skeptical about the durability and how strong hemp was, just as there's a lot of bags on the market now that have like super strong nylon and polyester as well. I knew that it was stronger than cotton, but after doing a bit of research, I started nerding out a little bit about it. And it turns out that Henry Ford created a car out of hemp, which ended up being lighter than fiberglass and also 10 times tougher. So basically, back to the point, it's a win-win because it's super durable, eco-friendly, and also water resistant. And the final thing that I loved about this backpack is I feel like they have included quality where it matters. For example, with water bottle holders, a lot of mesh water bottle holders end up getting holes in them, or the bottom of it starts fraying, like where it's joined together. However, they have covered all parts by making sure it's reinforced mesh and also reinforcing the bottom of it as well, just to make sure that it's going to last a lot longer. So moving on to the things that I found weren't really great or I didn't like while using this backpack. So first up is the backpack straps. I feel because this bag can pack a lot of stuff in it, really there should be stronger straps or something a little bit more high-tech, just as it is a bit more of a pricier bag. The reason for this is because, say for example, if I purchased this, I would really love to use it for like every occasion. So I could see myself using it for like weekends away, maybe even trying to go on holiday if I can fit all my stuff in there, and just like day to day. So I'd want to use it a lot, but for that, I'd want to ensure that there's definitely comfortability in all scenarios. Leading on from that, I think that it could have definitely benefited from a waist strap or even a detachable waist strap. I know some websites, they do an optional one that you can buy from them. However, this didn't have it, and just because it is quite a big bag, it would be nice to see that, and that would probably help out with the support part of the straps. And the final con that I have for this bag is more of a aesthetic thing, is that it seems to have a lot of loose threads everywhere on the bag. It doesn't seem like it's impacting the actual structure of it. However, it just seems like they're kind of everywhere. So who is this backpack for then? So as it is called, it is an everyday backpack. So I'd say it's pretty much for anyone. You can use it like going to work or maybe even like going to the gym and stuff like that. It does seem like a very versatile bag. I would say this definitely depends on what your needs are. So say for example, if you've got a lot of tech that you're carrying around with you, this doesn't have a very like solid back panel. So you might be a little bit apprehensive about putting your expensive tech gear in here. Or say for example, if you are someone who likes to go camping a lot, so if you want to go away for a couple of days, this probably isn't your best bet. As it states, it is an everyday bag. However, like myself, I kind of like to try out and see if that's true or not. But I wouldn't say that this is good for like going on like adventures, like hiking or like going camping. You probably need a bag more specified to that. So that is our review on the 8000 Kicks Everyday Hemp Backpack. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, why not join the GBO community and hit that subscribe button. If you are considering buying this backpack after the review, or even just want to have a wee nosy at their website, we would kindly ask you to please use the links in the description below. Thanks so much for watching.